In stories, a vampire is a creature that drinks the blood of other living things. So, what are emotional vampires? Emotional vampires are people that feed on our emotions instead of blood. They're people who sometimes do hurtful things, like lying or using emotions to control others, making them feel sad, worried, or less confident. These emotional vampires may not even realize they're doing it, but their actions can harm others by seeking attention and avoiding responsibility for their own mistakes and problems, which can impact your mental health. There are 5 types of emotional vampires based on their words and actions. Narcissists. They are individuals who are mainly interested in talking about themselves, making it hard for them to empathize with your feelings or listen when you're going through a tough time. Dramatic vampires. They are always focused on their own emotional issues, often making small things seem big and finding ways to be unhappy, even when good things happen. Spending time with them can lead to hearing the same sad stories repeatedly and getting drawn into their drama. Victims. People who see themselves as victims usually don't believe they did anything wrong, even when you show them solid evidence. They prefer making excuses and seeking sympathy over finding solutions, often rejecting advice and not attempting to solve problems because they believe it won't work. Controllers. If you're with someone who always says there's only one right way to do things, they're probably a bossy person who wants you to ask them for permission all the time. These people can make you feel unsure about your choices after you talk to them, and they might be bossy in obvious or sneaky ways. Talkers. People who talk a lot in a conversation often don't let you talk much. They care more about what they want to say and might not really listen when you talk. These folks usually bring the conversation back to themselves and don't like quiet times. How to deal with an emotional vampire. Here are 5 steps. 1. Set clear boundaries. Hold them responsible for what they do and set clear rules for how you want them to behave. For example, if someone is often late when you meet, write down the agreed time and tell them that if they're more than 15 minutes late, you'll leave, and actually do it if they're late. This way, you can reduce how much their actions affect you. When they start facing the consequences of their actions, they'll be encouraged to change. 2. Stick to the facts. Emotional vampires earn their name by using your feelings to control you. So it's best to stick to the facts when dealing with them. Instead of sharing your emotions, point out specific behaviors that need to change. For example, if someone plays the victim, you can say, "I understand your situation, but I can't do it." If it's at work, you can talk to a supervisor or recommend they discuss their concerns with HR. 3. Practice meditation. By learning more about yourself and practicing meditation, you can understand how emotional vampires affect your emotions and avoid getting upset or caught up in arguments with them. 4. See the help of therapist or coach. When we have people close to us who make us feel small and emotionally exhausted, like family or loved ones, can really affect our mental health and make our relationships stressful. Getting help from a professional can be a good idea because they can help us set limits, understand what's going on, and improve how we feel about ourselves and how we react to things. 5. Interact virtually. If you can't stay away from them, like at work or with friends and family, try to limit how much you see or talk to them. This can help you feel better emotionally, like choosing to send an email instead of having a face-to-face meeting to keep your mental health in check.